A conversation around the digital workplace, particularly in the context of the digital work order. So you can see from this diagram that I'm about to unpack for you that there is quite a bit for us to think about and to contemplate on. So the digital workplace framework includes 4 layers covering the following components. You've got the use, which is collaborate, communicate, and connect. So the digital workplace is all about the employees, the ability to do their job by collaborating, communicating, and connecting with others. The goal is to forge productive business relationships within and beyond the natural work groups and to enable knowledge sharing across the organization. So let's talk about technology. The digital toolbox technology enables the digital workplace. Each organization already has a digital workplace toolbox with different tools in it. Depending on your industry and business needs, the tools needed to support your digital workplace will vary. The key is to adopt the right tools for your employees to do their jobs. The effective use of technology in the digital workplace is underpinned by appropriate controls. This means that you must support the digital workplace with appropriate governance, structures, and management processes. Information flow and use must also comply with your organization's policies and industry regulations. And then lastly, you've got the business drivers. So that's measurable business value. As with any core initiative, it is essential for business needs to drive the digital workplace to deliver the necessary benefits and direction of your organization should guide the direction of your digital workplace. So let's go back to the use. You want your people to be able to collaborate, communicate, and connect. It is no secret that your organization's culture guides the way that your employees behave and work. People and culture lie at the heart of organizational performance and typically drive both success and failure. This means your culture ultimately determines how and to what extent your employees leverage the digital workplace to connect, communicate, and collaborate. The key is to understand how your employees prefer to work. You can then develop a change management plan and digital workplace strategy that aligns to your organization's working culture. By fostering this type of cultural change and unifying your technology components, the digital workplace can help you improve. Let's talk about collaboration in a bit more detail. To solve business problems and operate productively, organizations need the ability to leverage knowledge across the enterprise with online, seamless, integrated, and intuitive collaboration tools that enhance your employees' ability to work together. So you can see again, the key focus is your employees. Next, let's look at communications. As information continues to grow at an unprecedented rate, more tools exist that enable people to create their own content. Rather than simply consuming existing content, to ensure the right information reaches the right audience, employees need tools that support two-way communication and the personalization of their content. So let's look a bit more at connections. Self-sufficiency no longer guarantees effectiveness. Employees need tools that allow them to connect across the organization, to leverage intellectual property and gain insight from one another. The digital workplace delivers on these goals by fostering a stronger sense of culture and community within the workplace. So let's look at the dark blue circle technology. The digital workplace toolbox. Your digital toolbox is comprised of the tools and technologies your employees need to do their jobs. All organizations have a digital toolbox, but their tools vary depending on their industry and job functions. Ideally, your business strategy and goals of your digital workplace initiatives should determine which tools belong in your digital toolbox. So let's look at building your digital workplace toolbox. In most organizations, the digital workplace toolbox can be broadly defined in 8 categories to support the ways in which you communicate, collaborate, connect, and deliver day-to-day services. Too often, organizations implement these tools in silos without the benefit of a holistic digital workplace strategy. To remedy this issue, you should take the time to create a digital workplace strategy that clearly articulates your business focus and can guide the development of your digital toolbox. By assessing your capabilities in each category, you can then identify your focus areas and refer to your organization's culture and business requirements to identify the tools you most need. All important as well is control. Governance and risk compliance are 2 key factors that you need to consider, the red circle. Beyond setting a strategy and building your digital workplace toolbox, you need to resolve any challenges your organization may face in the areas of governance, risk, and compliance. When creating a digital workplace, organizations must also develop a governance model that supports connectivity and collaboration while mitigating risks and enabling compliance. So what are the components of digital workplace governance? You need some guiding principles. Identify the business goals you are trying to achieve with the digital workplace and translate them into guiding principles to drive ongoing development. Secondly, you should consider information governance strategy. You need to formulate one. Determine the focus of your digital workplace strategy and align it with your organization's existing information management or information governance strategy. Thirdly, the roles and responsibilities. Identify your key stakeholders and create a suitable and sustainable interaction model. Define governance processes, matrix, and oversight processes. What about training and certification? You need to ensure your employees have access to training that allows them to harness the digital workplace to their advantage. Also, you need to track and ensure that technical personnel are trained and certified to properly support the underlying technology. Let's look briefly at risk mitigation and compliance. Information monitoring, collection, and analysis. This allows you to determine the information being shared and the risks that may impair your organization's reputation. Competitive edge, productivity, or protection of confidential information, a key factor that you need to consider at all times. So let's look at policy training. In addition to technical training, employees need policy training on the type of information they should or should not share in the digital workplace. You must also communicate policies on how to properly handle personal data and how to avoid damaging your organization's brand. So let's do a bit of thinking around orchestrated presence. You need to organize your channels within the digital workplace. Orchestrate a flow of information to and from different channels. Avoid a disjointed model where different groups leverage different tools and communicate in silos. Crisis management. You have to plan for that. News travels fast thanks to the digital workplace, social networking capacity. If a crisis occurs, react quickly within the first day. Be transparent, establish a listening platform, and create a dialogue. Let's look at business drivers. That's the last outer circle, the green one. Measurable business value. By connecting employees beyond the boundaries of their geographies or departments, the digital workplace empowers your people to direct their efforts from the bottom up, build communities of interest, drive knowledge management, and collaborate in ways that make sense to them and delivers measurable business value. What does it mean to your organization to have this digital toolbox approach and to consider this total framework? So to realize these benefits, your digital workplace must address existing challenges and provide business value. Your employees need to know what is in it for them. Here are some ways to achieve measurable value. Increase revenue. Provide applications that help employees identify cross-sell and upsell opportunities. You need to at all times consider reducing operational costs. Introduce a more effective way to meet virtually, cutting travel and telecommunication costs, and eliminating wasted time at the airport. Accelerate time to market. You need to supply tools to help research, develop, test, and deliver new products and services more quickly, such as remote scanners that let you fulfill orders remotely. You need to enhance innovation. You need to foster a two-way communication process to drive discussion and build communities of interest and practice to drive the innovation agenda. Again, apply your mind to improve the customer experience. Enable employees to find the information they need more quickly and serve their customers much more efficiently. So you need to increase agility and flexibility. Provide the tools that mimic organization and business changes and reflect employee behaviors, the behaviors that you want. Heighten staff satisfaction. You need to implement easy-to-use tools that can be used the same way both inside your organization as well as outside your organization. I'm talking about outside the firewall. So you need to raise productivity and efficiency. You need to provide tools and technologies that help employees execute business processes and functions as currently designed. Also consider strengthening talent recruitment and retention. Develop a brand of exceptional work environments. You need to improve employee experience, improve the employee's experience. Provide the right tools at the right time for their employees and jobs. So I hope those few items and that this framework can help you apply your mind to how you should perhaps embark upon working on your digital workplace to be able to create this new work order that's required due to the challenges that we're going through as organizations at the moment. I hope you've enjoyed this time and this episode. If you have, please give it a thumbs up and a like. We'd appreciate you again if you could join us again tomorrow. We've got a full schedule of programming tomorrow, starting with Cape Up first thing in the morning at 8 o'clock. And then we've got Focus Forward in the lunchtime slot at 1 o'clock. And then we've got a catch-up session in the evening. So I invite you to join us again next time, and thank you very much for your time, and good night.